What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Lewis, your host, the Ain't No Days Off podcast. Uh, I just feel really good, man. You never know who you're gonna reach doing the right thing. You never know who you're gonna reach. Yeah. So yeah, you never know who you're gonna reach by doing the right thing. What's up? What's up? What's up? You already know. Got me a little video I done made.
Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation.
Nah, that's the wrong one. I don't know what happened to the I made, but you never know who you're gonna reach doing the right thing. I just get on here, man. I just get on here and I let everybody know things I done been through. I just try to share some hope, you know. I don't get on here bragging and boast because I ain't got a whole lot. I ain't got a lot. I don't have a lot, but I do got some hope. I do got some hope. You know, I just get on here and share the hope, just share the love because I know I ain't the only one that struggled. I know I ain't the only one that done been through something. I ain't the only one that done almost gave up. I ain't the only one that done stole, went to jail, tricked. Like, I'm not the only one, right? So I just get on here and share the hope. That's all I do. I just get on here to share the hope. But I was in a so I was in a meeting today, right? And you know, like I done met a lot of people since I've been in recovery, like thousands and thousands of people. So I was in a meeting today, and this girl, this woman, she celebrated 1 year today. And when she picked up her chip, and when she picked up her 1 year chip, she looked at me and she said that I called her 1 year ago and I asked her how she was doing. And she said she made a meeting and she's been clean ever since. That's a miracle. Like that's a miracle. That let me know like I'm headed in the right direction and I'm doing the right thing. Cause we do recover. Man, it's millions and millions and millions of people living in recovery. Like I don't get on here and I don't talk about something somebody else did or tell nobody else story. I get on here and tell my own story. And you will hear it tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Yep. And I just got on here tonight. I ain't been on here in a while. Just got on here to say what's up. Yeah. Tell my own story, you know. I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't need no validations. I don't need no pat on the back. Like I feel with me getting on here and telling my story, I feel like I can help somebody. And that's why I talk about recovery so much. I talk about recovery all the time because I'm a person living in recovery. And there's somebody out there right now that think that they can't live without drugs. It's somebody out there, like even you might know somebody who think that they cannot live without drugs. And and that's my testimony. Like I have learned how to live without drugs. I'm coming up on 8 years. And you know, I don't get on here to brag and boast. Like, it's plenty of people that saw me in act of addiction, that saw me sleeping in an abandoned building, that saw me in and out of jail, that saw it's people that's it's people that can that saw this miracle, you know, live nobody else's life. Like I just get on here and let people know, like if I do it, then you can do it too. That's why I post a lot of people that celebrate clean time to let you know, like if they can do it, you can do it too. And man, that's why I smile all the time. I smile a lot because I don't had too many dark days. I had a lot of dark days. I had a lot of dark days. Like I slept outside. I slept outside before. Like I remember picking cigarette butts off the ground when I was smoking and smoking them. I slept in abandoned houses. You know, I done some things like, and if you tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock, you'll hear about like I done some things I'm not proud of, but I did that because when what's up, Tony? And I did that because when I'm in act of addiction, when I am it's only one goal. I got one goal. That's to get high. And if you're in the way of me and that goal, which is getting high, then somebody got hurt or there was a problem. And that's how I use day after day after day after day. Like I remember not bathing and being dirty and not allowed to go in the store and calling people and asking them to help me and they wouldn't help me, hanging up the, like I remember all that. You know, I don't want to forget it. And every time I get a chance to let somebody know that I'm a person living in recovery, I'm gonna tell them, because there's too many people struggling with addiction that's scared. It ain't nobody that's scared to tell somebody, because as soon as they tell somebody, what they do, they go, instead of trying to help them, they want to be the first one to put it out there. They want to be the first one to gossip about them. So that's why I recover out loud. That's why I let people know that I'm a person that's living in recovery. Yeah, I used drugs for years. I was in the streets. I did whatever I had to do to get high. The only thing that I didn't do was I didn't commit homicide. I didn't do that. But you know, I did everything else, you know. And that's why I felt like it was time for me to tell my story, because like people, a lot of people know me, but they don't really know me. Like it's some people that only know me since I've been in recovery, right? But I got a story. I got a story. Like everybody got a story. Some people choose to hold their story to themselves, and some people choose to share. I just now got to the point where I ain't afraid to share my story. Cause I don't share. I'm not looking for validations. Like if somebody don't like me, like I still gotta, my bill still gonna get paid, because I get up every morning and I go to work. I just got to the point where like I don't care who knows my story, cause I do got a story. It's nasty, it's grimy, it's salty, it's all that. And I just got to the point where I don't care who knows. That's my story. That's my prized possession. And I don't help. And by me sharing my story, I never know who I'm going to help. There was a time I couldn't live without drugs. I couldn't live without it. I dreamed. I couldn't live without it. I dreamed about it. I daydreamed about it. Like I always, every single day I used drugs. Every single day. Unless I was locked up or in rehab or incarcerated somewhere. If those the only times I didn't use. Those the only time I didn't use. And like I recover out loud because somebody right now is about to use and die. Somebody right now is about to take their last hit, snort their last line, take their last pill, take their last drink. And that's why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared to hold it in. I'm scared. Yo, what's up, Chris? What's up, Carrie? Yeah, you know, man, recovery done gave me a good life. Done gave me back to my family. Done allowed me to go to college. Done wow, Bill from Taylorsville. Yo, what's up, Bill? Yeah, you know, yeah, and that's my story. I don't like when I'm talking about recovery, man, I get so excited. Have you ever been like sick or been going through something or been in a dark place and then you made it to the other side and you just be excited? That's how I feel about recovery. That's why I recover out loud. You know, somebody even asked me, God, all you do is laugh, have fun, and talk about recovery. I had too many dark days. There was days I didn't know where I was gonna sleep at, where my next meal was coming from. Like I had family, but I didn't go around them because I know how I use. If I could go around them, I'ma hurt them. And I'm not talking about like physically, but spiritually and mentally. Like drama followed me when I was using. You know, and I feel great because I ain't got to live like that no more. I've found a way out, and that's recovery. And if I can do it, like you can do it too. And and that's how I live today. You know, that's how I live today. I'm an open book. Like I ain't got no secrets. I ain't hiding nothing. That's why I've decided to tell my story. You remember the campground in Virginia? I do, Bill. That's why I decided to tell my story, because for me it's transparency. I don't want like and it's a lot of people that knew me in act of addiction and knew a lot of the stuff that I did to get high. I don't want nobody to think that they got anything over me. Ain't nobody got nothing on me. Ain't nobody got nothing on me, because it feels good. Like I remember in act of addiction, my mom, I used to get in touch with my mom. I didn't always have a phone. Sometimes I had to borrow a phone, because every telephone I got, I sold for dope. Everything I got that could be sold, I sold for drugs. So I remember I used to call my mom in act of addiction, and I remember she used to tell me that she was scared that she's gonna find me behind the building, or that she's gonna get a call that I done been hurt, or that I done passed away. And it used to make me feel so bad. Now today, like, she's resting today. You know, it used to make me feel so bad, and today she's resting. Like that's how I was, Carrie. That's how I was. And today, like, I'm so grateful. I'm so, like, I know I got started late. So things that make me happy today may have been making y'all happy, but I got started late. So yeah, like me getting a car, or me buying toilet paper, or me having food in my refrigerator, or me able to take my grandson somewhere, or send my daughter money. I got started late. That feels good. That feels good to me, you know. I remember my mama told me that she got her best rest when I was in jail. She knew where I was, and she knew she wasn't going to get that phone call. And now today, almost 8 years clean, like, she know where I'm at, and she ain't going to get that phone call that she was dreading. It ain't going to be that. It ain't because, like, they don't found me, like, and I'm so grateful, man. I'm so happy, man. You know, it's just a blessing, man. I remember my last day using, my last day my last day getting high. I was sleeping on the floor of the crack house, and the guy that ran the house right up there on Alpha Street in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the guy that ran the house, I was sleeping on the floor. He couldn't even tap me. He kicked the pillows I was laying on and told me I had to go, because somebody had done came in there and they had more dope than I ain't have no. If I'm sleeping, that means I didn't have any more. And he kicked me out the house. And when he kicked me out, I was crying because I didn't have nowhere to go. That's the only reason I was mad. When I got kicked out that dope house about 2 o'clock in the morning, I was crying because I didn't have nowhere to go. Like, so I know how I feel when someone out there getting high, and someone that don't get high, never got high, they might not understand. But as an addict, like, I understand what it's like to be in the grips, where you tired of getting high, but you don't know what to do, or you just can't stop. Like, I know what it feel like to be in the grips of addiction. It's real. It's real, and we got to talk about it. If we don't talk about it, it's more, we're gonna lose more and more people. Like we got to talk about it. And like, no, you get yourself together. Everybody not gonna be happy for you, because some people happy for you as long as you where they are. Soon as you decide that you want to do something different, all that love and that buddy, you got to choose you. You got to choose growth. You got to choose your family over all that stuff right there. Everybody ain't gonna go with you. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. You got to choose you. You got to choose your family, your kids. You got to. And that's what I did. Like, and you know, coming up on 8 years, I have faced almost everything that you can face in recovery, and I still stayed clean. I've been homeless, jobless. Man, when I first stopped using drugs and got out the street, and I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have nowhere to go. I had done ran out of money, and I was working on the beach down here for $8 an hour, and it was hot. It was like 95 degrees. I had moved down here in the summer. I didn't give up though. I had done made up in my mind that I wasn't going back to the dope house. I had done made up in my mind that wasn't nobody gonna kick me out the dope house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't gonna have any more to go. Every time I think about doing something wrong, I can hear that man in the dope house telling me to get out, and I ain't got nowhere to go. And that brings me back to sanity. I always hear that sound. Like when I think about doing something wrong, it reminds me it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm in a dope house, I ain't got nowhere to go, and that man said, get out. And I don't want to return to that. That ain't what, if I go today with almost 8 years clean, if I decide to go put some dope in my body, it won't be long. I'll smoke everything up in my house, and I'll be right back on the block, right back doing whatever I got to do to get one more. I'll be right back. It won't be long. It won't be long. So that's why I do what I got to do. I do what I got to do. I got most of my friends in recovery. Like I got a sponsor. I got people I can talk to. I got real friends today. They ain't concerned with what I got, how much I got, can I chip in? They don't care about none of that. They don't care about none of that. What's going on with you and how can I help? That's all they want to know. You know, man, I'm real grateful. I fought for years, man. I fought addiction for years, man. I fought addiction for years. I know what it's like to be out there struggling, to be in the cold and don't have nowhere to go. There was a time where I was doing so bad. I was homeless. I was jobless. I was penniless. I ain't have no money. I wanted to go to jail. Like, to me, jail was 5-star. I love you too, cuz. What's up, Robert? To me, jail was 5-star. They fed you. You got some rest. You took a shower. To me, jail, there was a time jail was 5-star. And if you ain't never smoked, if you ain't never been an addict, or you ain't never if you ain't no addict, then you won't understand nothing I said. But I do know addiction has affected everybody in the world in one way or another. Whether some addict stole your stuff, or whether you had a child, a parent, like addiction has affected everybody. Addiction has affected everybody, and you know that's why I can't give up now, because it's a lot of people out there still struggling. It's a lot of people out there still struggling with addiction. Still don't think they the only one out there struggling. No. It's a lot of people that have struggled that's in recovery and they have made it. It's a whole lot of people. You don't got to keep on living. Help becomes available when you ask for it. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to me. Plenty of people don't reach out. You ain't got to worry about when somebody reach out to me, like it's just between me and you. I don't try to go around and you're anonymous. I don't go around trying to tell everybody, oh, I helped so-and-so, such and such, because it ain't about me. It's about giving what was so freely given back. It ain't about me. Man, I love recovery. I love recovery, man. It has really given me a life worth living. And that's why I continue to stay the course. Like it's many days I don't want to say F it and just, but nah. I don't want to end back up in a crack house on the floor at 2 o'clock in the morning and them telling me to get out. Every time I think about getting high or taking a drink or a pill or doing something wrong, I can hear that man in that crack house at 2 o'clock in the morning on Alfred Street in Charlotte, North Carolina, telling me to get out. I hear that voice every time. Every time I hear that voice. And I don't want to hear that voice no more. I don't want to hear that voice no more. It ain't a voice that I want to get accustomed to. I love waking up in the morning with choices. I love when I'm using drugs, I ain't got no choice. The drugs say go steal this, I go steal that. The drugs say go do this, I go do that. Go turn this trick, I go do that. Like, I ain't got no choice when I'm using drugs. I don't have a choice. When I'm in the grips, I'm in the grips. The drugs always come first. The drugs come before the job, the family, the school, the work, keeping my lights on, keeping food in the refrigerator. Like, the drugs come before all that. Why you think when you see drug addicts, why you think they underweight? Ain't nobody gonna spend no good drug money on no food. I know I didn't. I wasn't spending my money on no food. I'm going to get, yeah. And that's why, like, you can always tell when people ain't ain't doing drugs no more. You can always tell, like, everything changes about them. Their appearance, the way they talk, the way they look, their mind, like, everything changes. You can always tell. You can always tell when someone has made a change, when someone has made a change in their life. Man, I'm so and you can't always look to people for validation. You can't always looking for validation because even though because everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody not happy. They just not. That's the way it is. Don't ask me why. But you can't always look to people for validation. Like, you got to look to them couple people that's showing you love and the people that's encouraging you and tell you can do it and tell you to keep going. You got to look to those people. You can't keep looking at the 2-3 people that ain't got your best interests at heart, because everybody don't got your best interests at heart. Yeah, they just don't. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and vent, man, because I'm in a real good place right now. I'm in a real good place right now. About to make some changes here in like 2 weeks. I'm about to make some huge changes in my life, and and I just want somebody to know, like, if you're struggling with addiction, if you're struggling with drugs, man, like, we out here, like, it's millions of people in recovery. Reach out to somebody. You ain't got to struggle by yourself. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to get the money and you got to pay the bill or get some dope. And I know what it's like to choose dope. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to tell yourself it's gonna be different tomorrow, or this is my last bag, or I'm gonna go down the street and I'm gonna only spend $20. I know what it's like to be caught up in the grips. That's what we do. I lied to myself every time I got some money. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go get me some dope. And guess what? I end up going to get that, coming back, getting this, and taking that down there too. And now I'm looking stupid because I done ran out of money. I can't get no dope, and ain't nobody going to front me nothing. Like, I know what it's like. And help is available. We do recover. And this ain't nobody's story either. This is my story. This ain't. I'm not living nobody else's story. This is my story. Like, there is hope after dope. There was a time I couldn't leave a block. I couldn't leave my neighborhood in Charlotte. I couldn't. I was scared I would miss something. I couldn't leave my neighborhood. There was a time. There was a time. There was a time I was sleeping in them empty houses. One time I remember it was it was cold outside, so it was in the winter. My homeboy them, they had the trap house on the top of the street I was on Orange Street, and I remember they moved out and they left that mattress in there, and I remember I slept in there. It was in the middle of a winter and it was cold. You had to sleep like this on your stomach so you can try to keep your body heat in. And I remember waking up and I was hungry, I was tired, I was lonely, I didn't have nowhere to go. Like, I remember that. I don't ever want to live like that again. I don't ever want to live like that again. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, man. I love all y'all, man. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be better. I'm gonna tell my story, and and you know, like I gotta, you know, I used for like over 30 years, so like my story, like it's more to it. It don't end. It's just one big story, you know. I'm gonna tell my story tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Want everybody to tune in, share, send your stars. That's how your creators earn money to keep putting out that great content, you know. But man, yeah, it was, oh my God, that was me and just gonna get. Yeah, that's right, Carrie. I remember that. Where I remember going to COP. I remember I was getting EBT, and I remember I remember, love you, cuz, keep it up. I love you too, Tasha. I remember like getting my card. I remember like selling my food stamp card. Like I remember that. And I was hungry. I was losing weight, and I'm selling my. That's all I had. That was my revenue. And I don't ever want to return to that again. I remember everything that I had fitted in a bag, a Food Line bag. Every single thing that I had fitted in that little bag right there. Everything I had on this earth fitted in a little bag. You know, I don't want to live like that again because I smoked everything up. I don't want to live like that no more. You know, that's why I got to keep doing what I'm doing. Because if I make a decision to go back out there and do it again, everything I got again would fit in a bag. It'll be a different bag, but it'll be the same bag, and I don't want to live like that no more. You know. You know, I've lost so many friends and family members to addiction, man. I lost so many friends and family members to addiction that I wish they could have got it. You know, I've had people to reach out to me, and I've seen tickets and train tickets and bus tickets. Like with my money, I wasn't getting reimbursed because I know how serious addiction is. And I'm talking about several times, and they never got on a bus and they never got on a train, you know. I'm talking about because I know the nature of addiction. I know all about it. Jails, institutions, and death. Like what may be funny to some people, like it's a mother somewhere, she's crying. It's a wife or child or somewhere begging God to save their child. You know, I know a lot of people that done lost this battle to addiction, and this is what I do it for. This is why I do it, because like I want people to know, everyone to hear me speak about it. I want them to know that they can reach out to me. You can always reach out to me. You ain't got to worry about nobody else finding out. And I got some resources. I got plenty of resources. I got plenty of resources to anybody that's struggling with addiction. Plenty of resources, you know. I've struggled. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to get out of jail or run out of money. I love you, cuz. I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to tell yourself you done, and in your heart you really meant it. I'm done. Like it's over. I ain't doing no more. In your heart, you done got it made up in your mind. I know what it's like to tell yourself you done because you gonna exhausted all your resources. Ain't nobody messing with you no more. Like ain't nobody loaning you nothing. I know what it's like to say you done in your heart, but not being able to stop. That's what we mean when we say the grips of addiction. I know what it's like. It's obsession and compulsive. Like once we start, we can't stop. I've been there. I've been there, and there is help. Help becomes available when you ask for it. Like you can get some help. It's help out there, and like I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I've always ever since I've got clean, I've always wanted me a platform like this. Ain't no days off where I can spread some awareness, or I can spread some hope, or I can let people know that we do recover. I've always wanted this chance to share this. Like I don't got a lot of views. I don't got a lot of views, but the 2 or 3 people I got, man, I love y'all. We're gonna keep pushing content, and we're gonna keep letting people know that we do recover. No longer with that tired old lie, once an addict, always an addict. No, we do recover. I ain't smoked no dope in almost 8 years. I ain't been in jail. I ain't slept outside an abandoned building. I ain't picked no cigarette butt off the ground. Like it's been a while, right? Because when the pain got great enough, I did something different. And yeah, so that's about it right there. I just wanted to jump on here real fast, man. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on here, and say that, man, that we here, man, we do recover. There is hope out the dope. There is hope out the dope. It definitely is. And if you don't believe me, look at this right here. Yo, watch this right here. Let me see. There is hope out the dope.
Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation. This that never quit. Start that elevation. This that process. This that in the making. This that started from the bottom. This that motivation. This that opportunity. Me in preparation. All I know is win. Feel like Gary Payton. This that process. This that in the making. This that.
I know what it's like. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke being it ain't no joke. Yo, check this out. And this is what I mean when I said homeless, jobless, and penniless. This is what I meant. Check this out right here. I don't just get on here. I don't get on here like it's receipts for everything. It's receipts for everything. That's what I meant. You think I had fun living like this? Yo, that was I got arrested. I had been up for months doing like that. That's crazy. I remember showing somebody that picture and they say, Lewis, that don't look nothing. Yeah, I don't ever want to live like that again. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much, and we out.